Yeah, we are live, and let's make sure my mic sounded nice, baby. You dig me? Yeah, we in there, man. We in there like swimwear. You understand me? You know what I'm saying to you? All right, folks. As is customary, this is your Sunday live right here at 6:01 p.m. Look at me, man. I'm trying not to be on CP time this time. You dig what I mean? So yeah, we in the building, man. 6:01 p.m. on this here good Sunday, May the 3rd. You dig what I'm saying? I hope this day finds everybody well, doing swell out there. You know what I mean? We live in the United States of America, man. Be a lot of crazy shit happening every week. So if any kind of tragedies or bad deals have befallen you out there, man, hey, you have my deepest condolences and well wishes. You dig what I'm saying, man? So you see the title of this thing, man. We got a thing. We got a good little list of things to talk about, man. An eclectic list, I will say. I was kind of stumbling into to putting together my topics, man. A couple of these I made shows about. One in particular, I got a show coming up this week. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna make that show when we're done today. You dig what I'm saying? My most recent affair was a clip from the Stephen A interview he did over there with Cam Newton. You did what I'm saying. I got two more of those segments recorded, but man, the editing process and man, for people out there, again, start this thing off with my YouTube dissertation every time. So for people that's looking to get into this thing, man, do not get it confused, bro. Even though, yes, you can just turn on your phone, you don't even have to have a mic. Now, I will say something as far as how many views you're going to get, depending on your quality of your audio and your video, that plays a part. But in essence, at the end of the day, cuz you can turn the phone on and just start talking to it and press upload. It's as simple as that to make a video. But do not get it confused. That's not going to get you anywhere in the YouTube world. And so when you get into the nuts and bolts of what it will take to get it there, man, when you get into the editing process, my God, you just don't know. If we could just hit record and upload, man, we'd upload a video every 30 minutes. Now, there's some people out here that's got the machine going. Once you start getting the team around you and all that, and they clip it up and all that, yeah, you can start to do that. But when you first starting out, like someone in my position, even though I done made some strides out here, it's still like a self-editing process. And I may be coming across the editor here sometime real soon. But for your first getting going, man, your first year or two or what have you, I'm telling you, bro, the editing process, I mean, it takes hours if you want it to look some kind of way. Now, don't get caught up into some of these people's pages that you look at and they got, shit thumbnails and stupid titles and they faceless channels, not good mics. Don't get caught up in that because my theory on some of these people with low effort channels, my theory is either one, but this would be impossible. My first theory is that they've been on YouTube probably like 10 years. But I feel like it's impossible to be on YouTube for 10 years and only be at the current production value that some of these pages are at. So my other theory is that they got started during COVID, man. A lot of people got major push during COVID because literally the 8 billion people on the planet were at home. You know what I mean? Now, I don't necessarily know what all the protocols in the other parts of the world were, but I know in America, we was at the crib for about 2 years. You know what I mean? And so a lot of these people that are blue, that have big numbers and big numbers of subscribers and all of that, their numbers got going like that during COVID. And if you look at them, like it's people out there with 500,000 subs, but they be lucky to get 60,000 views. Or if they get 100,000 views on the video, to have 500 subs, but to be maxing out 100,000 views, it tells you something, man. So, like I said, a lot of people were clicking on it and watching it. Then the world got back going and the numbers went down. So don't get caught up in thinking that you can go low effort and get popping like that, because I think that's kind of fool's gold. So when you get into the nuts and bolts of what it takes to put out a decent looking project, man, and what goes into it, like, bro, you will see it takes hours and hours. And that's why we want people to watch these videos. It's at least people like me that feel like I put some effort into it. You dig what I'm saying? It's a frustrating process, but it's worth it as you see yourself start to make strides out here. So that's where we are, man. Everybody that's on the page, new to the page, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Let's see emojis for the chat and all of that. I don't think I have enough people in the chats at the same time for that to really be a thing right now, but we're going to keep on plugging, man. You dig what I'm saying? Eventually, these lives gonna have the kind of viewers in them that my videos get, and that's gonna be a beautiful, wonderful thing. You understand me, man? Now let's talk about some of these clown food active type of people that I see out here in the world, man. I hate to have to get on these folks because really, like a video that I dropped earlier this week, man. Well, I don't know if it got me looking at it like that, but I had to analyze just some of the comments that was coming back and things like that, and it almost made me feel bad about some of the subject material, but not really because again, I don't. There's channels out here, man, that will take an immediate headline that they see and they would immediately make a video about it, and they would go along the lines of what that article suggested, what that tweet suggested, what that post suggested, without waiting and seeing what really happened, or even not even caring what really happened. They'll go with that line. There's a couple of pages I follow, and I'm not really. I try not to be bombastic. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just a different. It's a different deal. It's just a different kind of content, and I just really don't. I don't try to. I don't want to be bombastic and just saying anything to get these views up. You know what I'm saying? I try to be fair and just call out dumb shit when I see it. You know what I'm saying? And give people props when they need it. I don't really make a lot of props videos because you know what I mean. This is YouTube. We need a little controversy. So when you do something stupid, I am one to point it out. And I look at it from the standpoint of I police my community. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no business policing Asian communities and white communities. I don't know the interaction that goes on in their heads. I don't have their DNA. I don't know their thought process. I don't know their moral code. I don't know what they sit about and sit around and talk about at night and what they consider okay and not. You know what I'm saying? I know what my culture and I know what the standards I hold us to. So when they jump out here making us look crazy, I feel like it's my responsibility. And if any of them got a problem with that, because I'm not giving them apologies, so these videos make it to anybody that I'm talking about, understand that I'm going to keep doing it. And you say what you will, blow me up, pause, get in the comments or something. We can make a beef, what have you. But that's what we do here, straight like that. So let's get started, man. Let me take a sip of my, not libation, but, my liquid. I know as folks I'd be watching my show like this nigga is a soda drink. And it's so crazy, bro. I had stopped drinking sodas for years. I was just like a juice and tea dude, but then I started drinking tea too much. Now I know everybody's saying like, nigga, just drink water. That's what everybody say, some water, man. But I like water, but I need some flavor. I'm just not a water guy, man. I think most people can kind of sympathize with me on that. So let's get into this guy right here. And this guy never drinks water. This guy needs to drink water more than I do. I'm convinced. You dig what I'm saying? And this is a young man by the name of Adrien Broner, formerly known as AB, about billions. Full-time world champion boxer. You did. He used to hang over there, run around with Mayweather. Mayweather promotion, TMT Money Team, them cats over there. You know what I mean? Adrien Broner out of, I think, Cincinnati, Ohio. I think he's out of Cincinnati. But outside of getting knocked around in the ring the last couple of times we've seen him, he not letting that bother knock him around. And which we done heard all kind of crazy story about AB ever since he touched the spotlight some years ago. He just always been for me, it was funny how hood he wanted to be. And he maybe come straight from the hood, but it's a certain level you get to, bro, and you can't be that closely associated with the hood. It's still, you can have your mannerisms or your conversation pieces and all of that, bro. But Broner was too, just like he wanted to be considered a gangster more than a professional athlete. You dig what I'm saying? Always somewhere talking crazy, ready to fight somebody, and just messy shit. And then after, he fell off after he started losing these fights. I think Mayweather stopped dealing with him, a good while ago before he started losing these fights. And then here lately, man, we see him out here with this streamer called Dean the Great. Now, I don't really know how to take this that I'm seeing, man, because I had no idea who Dean the Great was until maybe I say about 1-2 months ago, where a video came out with him that went viral on X, where it's a big muscle guy, Larry something, man. It's bro, the internet world, man, the YouTube world, the streamer world, the creator world, like the deeper you get into it, the more you doing it, bro. You start to find out all these characters out here. And it amazes me, bro. Like some of the things people do for clout and internet fame, like the personas that they take on. Like the guy that slapped Dean the Great, is Larry is his first name, but he's some super huge steroid guy. You know what I'm saying? Look stupid as hell, bro. You ever see? He just looked like a like a claymation thing or something, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Got some little, and I don't know if they got into it over the chick. I think bro might have said something to his chick. I thought the video was staged. But the Larry guy slapped him, and then, you know, Dean kind of took that and ran with it. And the reason I really thought it was staged, because the next couple of videos I saw from Dean the Great, it was always him about to fight somebody or somebody slapped him. And I'm like, well, maybe that first video was just all cap and it was just to get him, you know what I mean, to get him going. But however it happened, man, ever since that video, you've been seeing Dean the Great everywhere. So here about a week or two ago, I would say, it's probably ain't been no more than about 2 weeks. All of a sudden, he pops on stream with Adrien Broner. And my nigga, if it's all for content, it's super shame on Adrien Broner. If he's doing this for the benefit of Dean the Great stream, then it's like, how is a grown man, bro? And I don't know that dude is half his age, but I know Adrien Broner older than Dean the Great. I'm like, my nigga, how do you look out here being slapped by, like my grandma used to say, drunker than a bicycle? This nigga be drunker than a bicycle every time he on camera for the benefit of blowing up Dean's stream. Now I saw in a little video here the other day, or no, I mean earlier today. Deshae Frost, I guess Deshae Frost back on the scene. I thought he had canceled himself or something with the girl, or maybe the video from a different angle, because one angle said he didn't slap the girl and one did, and he came on, said he was done with stream, but now he back on. So maybe he didn't really slap her. Maybe they're not canceling people for that no more. You dig what I'm saying? But Deshae Frost was telling cuz, he's like, man, you need to get your, what did he say, your insight? It was some little streamer terminology. He was telling them to where I guess two people can stream and share stream at the same time to the platforms or what have you. But he was trying to get AB the game about getting his own little platform going. You know what I mean? And Dean seemed to not like that. But at the same time, you know, I could dig where Dean coming from. Like, bro, this my little wind up dog. You dig what I'm saying? He do what I say for some money to get these streams up. Don't come over here trying to wreck the plan. You know, it reminds me of somebody, bro. I'm like, why you brain, bro? Teaching the game, like, man, long nigga willing to work for 7 peanuts. I'm gonna let him keep working for 7 peanuts. Somebody told me that before. So, you know, he like, bro, this is how you get your game up, get out here and start streaming, create you a page, and go and go and go. But I ain't really sure that anybody's gonna tune in to an Adrien Broner stream, because I mean, dog, everywhere you see him, he's slurring drunk. Like, what is that all about, man? You're like, I've been drunk plenty of times in my life. I may still sip something every now and then. But at the most, bro, like I go to sleep if I'm drunk. You dig? Like what level of alcoholism do you have to be at to where you so drunk that you slurring, but you still functioning? Like, what is that all about? Alcohol anonymous survivors, get in the comments, let me know what is even that level of being drunk. But every time you see AB, bro, he out here just dumb drunk. Then color like a what color like that, man? I had a like them. They remind me of what them things on Easter Island. Hey, Adrien Broner built like one of them statues on Easter Island. You know, them big heads that's coming up out the ground. I ain't like here. I ain't like, why he shaped up like that? It's a wonder he was a great boxer, bro. He seemed like you could move your shoulders right, man, like that right. But Cuz did it 4 times, you know what I'm saying? Apparently he ran through all that bread, which is a whole nother story in itself. Maybe I should look into that and make a story about that. Would that be crass? Would that be bad to make a show about somebody blowing 50, 100 million? I don't know. I'm gonna think about that, bro. I'm gonna put it in my blood. I'm gonna think about it. But yeah, the way he out with these antics, bro, make me want to get on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But yeah, every time you see Cuz, man, he out in the store acting stupid. Mad at a girl because she don't want to hug him. stay drunk with a bottle in his hand, slurring, spittle all out of his mouth. Somebody need to holler at AB. Like I said, if this is all for an act, all for clicks, it'd be that's a rough sell, bro, because you are making a complete fool out of yourself for some internet clicks. You know what I'm saying? I heard Dean tell him today, cause you're gonna make as much or even more in this streaming world. You know what I'm saying? Than you did while you was boxing. Hey, it's possible. This guy's out here making that kind of money. I don't know that AB is, because let's be honest, bro. I don't think YouTube is going to condone a page of just drunkenness every day. You can't just get drunk and just do reckless stuff on the camera every day. I got a feeling YouTube will have a problem with that. Outside of that, I don't know what kind of personality AB bringing to the table, or what kind of articulation he bringing to the table. I don't know if he's gonna start doing short film documentaries or something. So I don't know. Like this stream where, don't get it confused, bro. The stream, I just told you what it is to make 20, 30-minute videos to get out to you all. You dig what I'm saying? Now you can jump on here and go live all the time if you want to save yourself the work, but that's a whole nother struggle in and of itself. The streaming world, though, oh man, you got to literally be willing to be on camera like 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? 7 days a week. Like, bro, do they have I never used to watch the streams, or I'll just catch clips. Like, do them niggas put a camera in their bedroom or something? Do they stream while they sleep? Or how does this go? Do they start at a certain time in the morning, or do they just go hard at whatever they doing, and then at 4 in the morning they done, they end the stream, and then would you jump back up at 8 o'clock or something and start, or is this just a 24-hour thing? You know what I mean? But even if it's not, bro, you gotta be prepared to get up and go out in the world every day. And I don't even like people like that. You dig what I'm saying? What? I wish I would willingly get up every day to just go into a bunch of random situations around a bunch of people. Nigga, please. I'd have been in a fight. No, sir. So that's what they own, though. So if you want to get into that world, like a lot of these rappers and stuff, man, you see, Boosie just kind of learned the hard way. Even though Boosie went the wrong route. Boosie went straight to Patreon, thinking he important. Get him out of here. Matter of fact, today I saw a tweet from Boosie talking about the second part of the interview. Man, the topics that this nigga listed that he was talking about, man, this stuff that's months old. Like, bro, Boosie, you really think someone go pay $6 to hear that you talk about something that happened last year? Man, what are you doing? But again, get Boosie out of here. 6ix9ine say he finna jump into the streaming world. I don't know how well that's gonna fare for him, but you know, 6ix9ine is like a kiddie creation character, you know, all colorful and shit. So he'll probably get a younger crowd, a younger demographic. They'll probably tune into him, especially having some little chicks around and little colorful house. He showed this big layout to him, put some bread into him, made him a whole little I guess 6ix9ine house. You dig what I'm saying? Pause. But again, a lot of people getting into this thing, man. They trying to follow like the footsteps of a Neon. Man, Neon is a strange case because he was not well liked when he first came out. But I think like ever since he did that little Breakfast Club interview, man, seemed like the folks kind of gave him a pass. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a young kid. He seemed sincere in his apologies. He ain't really said nothing out the way or close to out the way since then. So it seemed like he got a little pass, bro. But again, these are people that's been doing this since their childhood, bro. They probably 10 years in the game. DDG is famous or successful in the streaming world, but that came from a rap career. So these I don't know, bro. We'll see what Adrien Broner do, but he definitely need to stop being drunk as hell, looking stupid on camera every day, bro. And maybe they clipping these up, they out all day, so maybe these are only 1 or 2 hours out the day, but these are the only ones they putting online. They're not showing the one we sit in the business meeting talking with some sense. It just seemed to be clownery material, bro, from such a prolific one-time boxer, bro. It just seemed like he's doing the most to kind of regain some relevance out here. And I don't like it. God damn it. Moving on along. Boston Richey. This is another guy I don't know nothing about. I heard his name. I remember some snitching allegations a year or so ago, and I have no idea what one of his songs is. This story that came out here lately is a little interesting, but I will put the caveat on it that this seems to be the go-to move for scoring female these days. You dig what I'm saying? I will give bro that much grace. But Boston Richey apparently done broke up with this chick, Tatiana somebody. Maybe Tatiana, who knows? I do know, like last year, people were telling her. I saw some movement, some motion around it. People were telling her, or warning her about Boston Richey, and I don't know if they were pertaining to her age or just telling him about some red flags in his past. And from what I remember, her and her mama being so happy. It's just like that Megan Thee Stallion thing. It ain't about Clay. It's about owning these bitter bitches out here. You dig what I'm saying? I got me an NBA ball on y'all. You dig what I'm saying? Her and her mom, the Tatiana girl, they jump online, and instead of taking heed to the red flags people were telling them about, they just chose to say, y'all hating, y'all mad because y'all ain't got no rich rapper caking you down and hoes mad. You know what I'm saying? That was just basically they stand. So now we fast forward up until about like last week, couple days ago, and apparently they've broken up. You heard? They've broken up, and here she go with the classic. Now he all gay. He's super gay. He get pegged. She done showed pictures of strap-ons. She said, I saw a tweet today. She said 9 different 15-year-old females have contacted her with stories about Mr. Richey. At first glance, when you hear all these things I just said, you like, horrible person. Boston Richey, what are you doing? But then when you take a step back to analyze this thing, all right, these allegations with the young girls, now that's bad business. That's prison time. These other things she mentioned previously, the strap-ons, the pegging, the cosplaying, whatever, okay? That's his personal fashions. But I'm looking at Tatiana funny. So it's a problem now. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's a problem when you ain't a girlfriend no more. When you was a girlfriend, you order Amazon. You feel me? You putting on outfits. You putting on high heels and doing allegedly. You feel me? It was all good. But now when you break up, you want to tell the world. You ain't tell the world when you were doing it. So that made me look at it kind of funny. But then I saw Cuz come out with a rebuttal video, which he should have never done. You feel me? He's supposed to let this fly over. You dig? Cuz come out, and I ain't me. I ain't gonna hold you now. I say I call spades a spade. I ain't me look at the video, and I'm like, I think bro might be guilty, so I ain't gonna hold you. Oh my God, the body language was bad for business. I am not gonna hold. Cuz had his dog shades on, for you can't see his eyes. You know what I mean? You can't see the conviction of the non. This is just my assessment of it. Dog shades. I mean, I don't really want to have to say this because I ain't really no internet nigga. Well, you shouldn't even be on the internet, Boston. Cause your rebuttal, Cuz say she just mad because he cut off that check. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times out here, bro, that be true. But he really wasn't convincing. But I don't know how convincing he's got to be unless he's just trying to uphold his rap swag. Because really, the internet is like shouting, so what? You're trying to make us look at him a certain way when nobody give a damn. It's Boston Richey. Who is Boston Richey? But we looking at you like, well, shit, at some point in your life, it seems to have been a good deal. You know what I'm saying? You were a willing participant. So it's messy, bro. But they do that a lot. You know what I mean? They did that this past week when they beloved Megan Thee Stallion got left at the altar. You did what I'm saying? Oh my God. Now every dude that laugh at the game, let them tell it. The main chicks, you nigga, how many, y'all tell me, how many white girls do y'all see parading around with gay dudes in the world? This is minimal, huh? Black girls love it. But they first insult for a nigga is you gay when they get mad at him. Like, how did it even work out? I thought y'all loved him. But now you phobic. Y'all, man, hey, y'all better start watching these chicks out here, man. You can't win with them, my nigga. Like, everything is just bad business. So I don't know what to say about Holmes. I don't really care. But I'm looking at Shawty funny because it's like, if this was such a turnoff to you, if this was such exposable material, you should have been. You should have been left the scene and then hit Shade Room with this news, and then they'd invite you for an interview. Tasha K would have heard it. Tasha K paid some bands. You feel me? You could have did your little run around, but now everybody looking at you like, Shawty, so what? What your videos at? Show what you were doing. Sound like you was a willing participant. You did what I'm saying. Then Boston Richey from Florida. I don't even know how none of this worked out. It just seemed like a whole mess, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold. Moving right along with a sad song. Yeah, sad song. And they said this man made a video about this, a song about this girl, man. And actually, I ain't gonna go way deep into this because, like I say, when I'm done here around 7, after I get some sustenance in my body, you understand me? Get some sustenance in my body. I'm going to go through a video of a guy, the lawyer, and he's breaking down the documents from that David case, and it is crazy, bro. I mean, it's crazy. So I'm gonna walk that. I'm gonna walk along the path of that with my folks. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna check out that material together. But they have definitely banged Lil Bro up. From what I'm looking at, he is definitely. Listen, you know what? I ain't even gonna get into that. We're gonna say that for the video. What else do we have on here that pertain to that? Really, now let's move on to that. All right, so the last episode that I put out, it was around this clip on Stephen A. You did? Stephen A. went on Cam Newton's podcast, Freaky Friday, if I'm not mistaken, is what Cam calls that particular segment. And he went on to address a number of things. I got 3 videos made to that. I put one of them out. The first 2 were kind of like early in the interview, but I thought the third clip was the most juiciest. You dig what I'm saying? But in that interview, man, he started out just kind of rebutting the Jason Whitlocks of the world. You know, Jason went on there with Cam a couple weeks ago and aired out his grievances with Stephen A. And in that interview, bro, at least for the one I put out, you know what I mean? It was basically talking about Stephen A. and why he's all of a sudden being heard so much in the political sphere. Like, where did this come from, bro? And not where did it come from. A lot of famous people want to get into politics because they already have a built-in voice. That's not an anomaly. You understand? But the way that he coming out of his mouth about the people he coming out of his mouth about, it's like, what? Like, where you even come from, cuz? But I always spoke about that. You know, that's the special Nick syndrome in our culture. They get him a little check, and he thinks that automatically makes him smart, and somebody should listen to him. And if you're well read and well studied, yes, talking sensibly, but who would go out here to Floyd Mayweather to be like for some solid life? Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, he rich, but there's levels to intelligence and all that. So, you know, Stephen A. was trying to explain away why he comes out of his mouth the way he does and why he's doing it, period. And it basically just boiled down to Stephen A. just being a mercenary for the money. You know what I'm saying? Stephen A. has said on many occasions that he wakes up in the morning thinking of a way to make his bosses more money, and then the trickle down effect will happen and he will get more money. So it's about the money. So he says something about being, you know, talking about certain things is good or bad for business and vice versa. So, you know, Cam stops at one point in the interview and said, well, damn, with your good for business analogy that you put forward, would you say that the way you talk about politics is good for business, your business? Stephen A's reply was, yeah. If you look at how things are going, and he's referencing his YouTube page growing and his serious show, he's referencing the numbers or the views he's getting, the check that's coming in off of them, as an indication of how good it's doing. And it's a tell there. You dig what I'm saying? Stephen A. is motivated by the money. He would take that and think that people are really catching on to the idea of him being president, him being a politician. But at the end of the day, he wouldn't want to run for president. Not because he don't know what the hell he's talking about and various other things, which let him tell it. There's some other reasons, but strangely enough, he never got to those reasons. But you know Stephen A's main reason for not want to run for president? Stephen A said because they told him he would have to give up his money. And he makes too much money. And he don't want to give up his money. Well, first of all, it's not like they make you clean out your bank account. Second of all, Donald Trump done made about $6 billion since he been there. So I don't even know if that's still the rule. Third of all, how could a person with the aspirations of being the leader of the free world, you know, tasked and charged with procuring and securing sound policy that allows the general American and the general patron throughout the world to evolve and strive. How could a person with those ideals, be the same person that said, nah, I like my money too much? You dig what I'm saying? These niggas just be on TV talking, bro. They just be talking. He got talking about their little friends, their little homeboys he been knowing from since he was knee high to a grasshopper, and how they check his temperature and tell him not to say this and not to say that, as if it was a good thing. Because it's like, nigga, so you telling us that, so your partner them ain't call you and say, nah, bro, going in on Kamala like that or Jasmine Crockett or the bottom like that ain't gonna be a good look, bro. They okay that. These niggas just be talking, bro. Like Stephen A. So that was the segment I put out, man. And I got a couple others that I may play around with. But like I said, the editing process. Once you finish a video and get it out, you do not want to immediately jump into more dragging and cutting and trimming and all that, bro. It's a bog, man. So I don't know. Maybe they'll see the light of day. But I'm definitely gonna get on that the full video next. But yeah, Stephen A, man. Stephen A is a corporate guy. He said on that interview and said, I'm a corporate guy, y'all, because he was trying to make the comparison or make Cam understand. He was like, this is why people hate athletes that's talking so much, because y'all already made y'all hundreds of millions. And so you don't need this podcast to be relevant and make your money, or this TV station. And so you can come out and say what you want to say, and people get mad at you because they can't knock you off your pedestal. Me, on the other hand, I came in the journalism game as an employee. I am a corporate employee. I'm handcuffed by certain things. He said in Cam Newton's face and told Cam that if that interview had been held same time last year, on the exact same date last year, that he wouldn't have been able to do it without ESPN interfering. As if ESPN just give him free run now. You dig what I'm saying? As if, I guess he wanted to disassociate himself with ESPN and saying everything you hear me say, that's it come out of my mouth. I write it up. Nigga, no, you don't. You don't run ESPN. ESPN. Now, when he get on this political thing on this podcast, sure, but how could they ever been in charge of that? If they were in charge of it last year, bro, they in charge of it this year. You dig what I'm saying? He let the cat out the bag all the time, man. Stephen A is just a special case. I wish he would run just so he can get a number idea. You dig what I'm saying? Like a 6-7% or something. When you look at them numbers and see really how much people not rocking with it. Because they tell you, like, man, people say, I am not going to be invited to the barbecue. I think I can afford my own barbecue. Nigga missed the complete whole point of not being invited to the barbecue. He missed the whole point of what that means, because he can afford his own barbecue. Like, bro, that's not the point to who can eat barbecue or not. Being not invited means you're outside of the circle. Just because you can create a barbecue at your house doesn't make you any more viable to the site. He just missed it, because again, Stephen A is nothing without the dollar sign above his head. You dig what I'm saying? He went to this whole thing about when he was a kid. Just talking, bro. This nigga say when he was a kid, he used to sit up and eat cheese doodles at night while watching, I think he said, The Honeymooners. Then he mentioned some other black and white sitcom that would come on. Then he said 11:45, Ted Koppel would come on, and I wouldn't go to sleep until I watched Ted Koppel. The same nigga that didn't go into political journalism. He went into sports journalism. And mind you, he averaged 0.5 points. We still ain't worked out the math on how you average a 0.5. It's not a 0.5 basket in basketball. Stephen A managed to pull it out. He's a special guy. He pulled off averaging 0.5 points in school. But some kind of way, he obviously hadn't been a study of basketball. You dig what I'm saying? He wasn't getting his game up. He would at least score 8 points. You dig what I'm saying? And despite him getting his game up in basketball and his whole life since a young lad being attracted and into the political scene, despite these two worlds existing, he chose to become a sports journalist. You dig what I'm saying? He said, man, my most favorite, my must watch TV are political debates. Political debates don't happen but every 4 years, bro. Before the age of Trump, they were not must see TV for anybody outside of people that work in that industry. You know what I'm saying? The presidential candidates weren't that interested enough to where, Trump just so slow. Everybody just want to see what dumb stuff he gonna say or what have you. But debates weren't that interesting. But let Stephen A tell it. He couldn't go to sleep every 4 years. It was much watch TV. But some kind of way he went into sports to think that he was much worse at than gaining political knowledge, apparently. But then it seemed like he stopped getting political knowledge for 30 years because now that he's talking about politics, he has no idea what he's talking about. So I maybe just been covering sports all the. I don't know. Maybe he lost his love for politics, but it was a sprawling interview, bro. Stephen A just came out. I mean, in a fight between Stephen A and Jason Whitlock, you know, I don't have a dog in that fight. I picture that situation like, you've seen the video with two dudes, swing at each other and both of them make contact at the same time, both of them go out. That's kind of how I look at them too. You dig what I'm saying? But in this particular instance, man, Stephen A came off looking like a company man. You know what I mean? And I think we knew that about him before. I don't know if it made anybody look at him and be like, oh yeah, I understand where Stephen A coming from now, bro. Like, yeah. Undercover chud. You dig what I'm saying? Let's move on to a couple other undercover chuds that um, I recently found out some news about that I didn't like. Now, Killer Mike Arenda is his real name. I saw a video from Killer Mike earlier today that was speaking about the new changes to. And matter of fact, let's do a little informational segment right here. So there were some changes made to the Voting Rights Act here recently, and let's let AI tell you about it. Give me a summary of the recent changes to the Voting Rights Act.
The most recent changes connected to The most recent changes come from a Supreme Court ruling in 2026. It essentially narrowed Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, making it harder to challenge voting laws or electoral maps by claiming they discriminate against racial minorities. The court also emphasized the need to separate race from partisanship in these cases, which is expected to significantly impact how voting redistricts are drawn in the future. Was there something specific about that you wanted to know?
I don't know how much game they give y'all on it, but at least just some kickoff information. You type it into your Google, into your AI, and you can get a further picture about what's going on. But though it's a lot of gerrymandering trying to be done, and if you don't know what that is, that's redrawing the maps so that certain districts are counted more in the local elections. You dig what I'm saying? There was a big deal about that in Texas, and I think they just did it in Virginia. It's just kind of this different little pockets. California did it, Gavin Newsom them, and so trying to counteract the move that the Republicans made down in Texas. So there was some changes made to the. If I'm not mistaken, I think if you take it, at least in Georgia, maybe it's nationwide. If you take water to people standing in line, you can be arrested. You know what I'm saying? So, those changes got made, right? And I saw a video from Killer Mike, and he was talking about organizing this big voting blog to counteract the changes being made and all of that. Then I saw another video. And that video went on to show a Killer Mike that had some very strong opposition to I can't say Kamala. I think it got started with him back in the Hillary Clinton days. And he was a Bernie bro, you know what I mean? So he was railing against getting Hillary elected, which I don't care about that. But the one I do care about that got under my skin was the whole Stacey Abrams thing. And that video went in to show Killer Mike cozying up to Brian Kemp, cozying up to RFK, and having harsh things to say about Stacey Abrams, and she ended up losing that race. You know what I'm saying? Then he turned around now he want to organize the biggest such and such to get the voters out. And it's like, nigga, it's niggas like you that got us here, bro. You know what I mean? I'm tell you when I soured on Killer Mike. A couple years ago, he had put out that song. What was that song? I don't know, but it got him on the Grammy stage or what have you. And to make a big splash, to make a big scene, I don't know if y'all know this or not. If you don't, I ain't gonna call you slow, but maybe you can look into it enough. In order to piggyback off of that song and Grammy nods and all that, Killer Mike stages an arrest at the Grammys, and an arrest where they just took him off the stage and took him to a back room. Oh, it was because of when he went in. Supposedly, it was this fight with one of the employees or something, and they come and snatch him up in the middle of the event and take him. And it's like, bro, it was obviously staged. I ain't really like that. You know what I mean? I tried to give him benefit of the doubt for the artistic impression he was trying to make, but that just kind of got that and Greenwood Bank. Those two things, I'm just like, bro, I don't know about Mike. Greenwood Bank, if y'all don't know it, type that in your Google. Greenwood Bank is a bank that Killer Mike was touting and backing for the last handful of years. The new bank says for black folks, let's get it started. Them niggas ain't took off nowhere. Hey, like, well, I don't even know if people invested to it. You don't even hear about it no more. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the other guy I'm finna speak on, Isaac Hayes the third. He is the son of the late great Isaac Hayes, but he is also the CEO of a little known website called Fanbase, little app. I guess it was supposed to rival the Instagrams of the world. I soured on him because this nigga been raising money for 3-4 years. But every time you see him on Twitter, donate to the Win the Seeding campaign, the seeding funding round. I'm just like, man, do they like these niggas just be there? Like, bro, is there no shame out here? You know what I'm saying? And he is one of them. I seen some of his comments, bro. Like, I don't know, man. In trying to be, I guess, highly articulate or more articulate than others or what have you, they always want to speak out on events, bro, and they come from really bad angles. You dig what I'm saying? So I kind of starting to put them in the category of a Stephen A, bro. Like, really bad timing for the things that they got coming out of their mouth, bro. So y'all looking to them two brothers, man, and you know what I'm saying? Keep in mind some of the stuff I mentioned and see what you can look around and find as you take the time. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go on to some greener pastures, man. This is funny material. Now, this guy ain't really funny. I ain't never want to see him in his stand-up comics though. But I see him every night. I seen him get beat up one time. Yeah, I seen Alonzo Williams. You know what I'm saying? Turn the corner with him a couple times. Now this fella is mad at DJ Vlad. Vlad been making some noise here lately, man. They said Vlad getting super racist, bro. You know what I mean? They done seen some of the memes he done posted. They like, how dare you use another black man? Because apparently he's supposed to be getting with Corey Holcomb, how all the drama that's going on. So they like, you want to use another black man to tear a black man down? Well, if it's Corey Holcomb that he's using, that's what Corey does. So that would be two peas in the pod. But him and Corey supposed to be getting together to, I guess, commiserate and be companions around Arie Spears. You know what I'm saying? Arie Spears chose to take the Boosie route and demand a raise from DJ Vlad for being interviewed. Vlad again said, no, thank you. You dig what I'm saying? In fact, when it come to Arie Spears, Vlad said, nigga, not only am I not giving you a raise, I would never do another interview. If you ever come on my property again, the authorities would be here to remove you. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, that's what cuz say. Oh, why said it Aries? Aries got to crying. He mad. Aries made a video rebutting what cuz said. And here recently he said he's suing DJ Vlad for defamation because in the interview, Vlad said, "I've got employees that said how hard to work with an individual you were." He made this whole big thing about Arie coming in one time and leaving his towel, his sweat towel, because he said He said Aries be sweating like a pig in here under my bright lights. You light don't even be that bright. He didn't be sweating, cuz. That's what he said. So he said, bro came in without his sweat rag one time. And instead of just being calm and allowing his sweat to dissipate by calming his body down, he said, bro went off about a towel. He wants somebody to bring him a towel. He was just a real a-hole to work with around the towel situation. So Vlad called him out about that. Aries said that's defamation. I'm gonna sue you, bro. This is an Anton Daniels world, ain't these niggas is just stupid. It's America. You can try it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody ain't got the proper resources to fight it, or they get too scared and you spook them up, you might win. But in America, you can file something, but it take a little more than the idea. You got to have some proof, and you got to follow through with that thing. But Aries say from the sue cuz now they really be making me take the side of people that I mean, I don't know that I got anything against Vlad. The niggas that went on there and be incriminating themselves. I'm mad at Vlad for asking the question. Nigga, you in the interview. Say no comment, plead the fifth, move on. But niggas be want to look gangsta out here and add lore to their name. So then they start associating themselves with stuff, and then they go to prison, and then everybody want to blame Vlad. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, my nigga, but police was doing investigations before this particular rapper went on Vlad and said something. You got to know that, bro. You know what I mean? Now, could Vlad be informant and being coached or advised to ask questions about certain things? Sure. Would I put it past him? Not at all. But police do police shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's his job and he getting paid for it, that's what he doing. I can't be mad at him. I'm mad at your dumb ass for sitting there playing along with it. They be trying to get their clout up. You know what I'm saying? You know how you go out here. I tell Vlad, next question, move on, or not even do the interview. I don't know that the Vlad TV interview is that important for your career these days. Now, I don't even know how I think I seen Tony Ye on that the other day. It's like he recycled guests and clip them up and put them out. But I don't think, back in the days, a couple years ago, yeah, Vlad TV interview was a good look, but I don't know if he was doing up and coming artists. You had to already kind of be established. So, what's the point of going on there, especially when you got you questionable about his questions and where his content is going and who is being viewed by and who is ordained by? Just don't go, bro. But when you jump out and act like you still want to go, but you feel like you should be paid more, and he tell you hell no, and then you come out crying and making videos, you turn Vlad into the winner. You know what I'm saying? But celebrities out here, bro, these got some weird personalities, but you do not want to meet your idols. You dig what I'm saying? Um, I saw him and Corey Hogan supposed to be getting on the show, but Corey finna mess that bag up for himself already for being too Mr. Bravado, because his whole stick on it is that in order for Vlad to show good faith, Vlad should come on his show first. With the last couple of months that Corey done had, bro, I don't know if you hold the leverage to make someone feel like coming to your why would they show good faith to Corey Holcomb? You know what I'm saying? By coming on the 5150 show. I have as DJ Vlad, knowing what's been going on with him, I don't know that I go on that set and get that close to it. It's one thing to go over video chat or something. I don't know that I even want to go to Corey Holcomb show. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Corey talking like he the prize. You come to my show. Like, nigga, you need your image rehab more than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should want to come and sit down over here at Vlad and get them clipped up and get some more views and people. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Corey want to play his bravado role. And the man that Vlad come over there, and I wouldn't be surprised that Vlad tells him no. And then next week, come Tuesday, we hear Corey making a show talking about Vlad. That nigga be all over the place on Tuesday night, bro. I ain't going, oh, you dig. That got the voting rights act out the way. Y'all go look at some of that stuff, man. Corey Holcomb. Chud the Builder. I hope some of y'all went and typed into your X, man, and got an idea of who Chud the Builder is. He's banned on Kick and Twitch and all of that. Apparently, his new site is someplace called Pump Fun. And he continues to go around and I guess try to provoke folks into a reaction. You know what I'm saying? And so I put a video out about all that. The video before the Stephen A video. And so the comments, the comments are interesting. So I'm gonna make a couple people famous right now. I hope they might be tuning in. I hope they catch this. We're gonna make a couple people famous right now, or as famous as I can make them. You dig? So let me go to my comment section on that particular video. All right. We got a couple. We got a gang of chuds, and let me see if I can get all of them up at the same time. Newest. Yeah, that's enough of them. All right, let's go down the list. Some of these are some dudes, bro. I'm gonna make some famous. And I got, it don't take much of me. I replied to a good number of them, but I was waiting for Sunday to call some names out. All right, what is this first one? Michael B. Dot 3438 one day ago says, because the title of the video is Jason Whitlock and Chud the Builder are the same person. You dig? And in that video, I showed Jason Whitlock basically being an apologist for Chud and I guess trying to chastise black people for being triggered over a word. And I went into my whole stance on that. And Jason Whitlock can get the same treatment. You dig what I'm saying? So I ended up sharing it on X after I made a comment on this lady's page, and it really got their little goat. I had about 80 replies, bro. Like they were so mad, the chuds of the world, you dig? And so either I posted this video or they went to my page and followed through the bio, went to the page or what have you, and it was the most recent video. So they had some things to say, you dig? So Michael B 3438 says, the N word is a term used by the W man to refer to people who are actually stupid, have shifty eyes, are ignorant, are lazy, and who aren't capable of reasoning with people without resorting to violence. If you call yourself the N word, you're agreeing with everything the W man has said about you. Take care and God bless. To Michael B, bro, I would get the cussing crazy, but I don't want they to mess up my monetization on this streaming. But I'll address this in this way. Um, the things the W man has said, or the the emotion in that word coming from him is no way, shape, form, or fashion the same terminology, the same word that I use with other individuals inside my culture. You dig what I'm saying? That's like they take care and God bless. You know they always dog. Some of the most vile people out here, they do the vilest things out here, but they swear God is on their side, bro. I just picture being a fly on the wall when they die and go to heaven. And God hit, you're like on a cartoon, they got a little trap door. You're standing there in front of whatever, you know what I mean? And then the dude behind the desk, his little button, he just hit the button, a little trap door open and they fall. That's how I picture it being. God has probably got a great sense of humor. He gonna let you sit there and be talking. And you get through your whole little spiel crying, and you're gonna hit the button on your ass, you're gonna drop. It's so crazy, bro. If let me not even get into that, boy. Let me not even get into that. So, all right, let's move along. Plenty of them. You proving Whitlock's point. Words are words. Who cares what comes? I care what someone calls me, especially in that way. And no amount of you saying, "Hey, dude, you think about it wrong." No amount of that is gonna keep me off your ass. You did what I'm saying. I ain't gonna hold you. So if any of y'all back in here and catch this live, understand that I'm reading your comments and understand that every single letter of what I said in that video I said double, triple down on it, pinky swear. You understand me? We gonna chimp all the way out of here. You better hope you done ate you some bananas and some potassium, which your heart can keep up. Cause I'm gonna try to turn you away with which blues, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. So you just keep that in mind when you keep on telling us how we supposed to feel about something. All right. Sad and shameful. Who is this? Demon Driver 5151 3 days ago says, sad and shameful. You're so low IQ, you cannot see how you prove Chud right by every monkey ate thing you said in this video. There's no fixing you people. So make no mistake, your day of, this the one I love. Your day of reckoning is coming sooner than later. What did I say to him? Oh, I went to his page and he's got a rock band that is one of the lamest you've ever seen. So I say, go fix that lame band of yours. And when you're done, bring your dirty friends around, any of us, and finally get it started like we've heard of forever, Chad. So, Demon Driver, if you catch this, as soon as you get out that garage with them little dusty, musty homeboys of yours, feel free to get out here in these streets. Come on outside, cuz. You dig what I'm saying? Let's see what else we got on here. All right. Whitlock is real. Who is this? Phantom Jode 3376 says, Whitlock is real. Y'all are so used to everyone kissing your butts and lying to you that when someone comes along and tells the truth, y'all get offended. When you're used to preferential treatment, equal treatment can seem like an insult. Thomas Sowell. Hey, everybody. Type Thomas Sowell into your Google and just go look at this nigga. They always quote a person like Thomas Sowell. Thomas Sowell is the equivalent of a Brandon Tatum. I know some people out there that's fans of Brandon Tatum. I'm looking at you. Go type in Brandon Tatum into your Google. These are the type of characters that they chant. Jason Whitlock telling the truth. Jason Whitlock that works for the Blaze. The Blaze owned by Glenn Beck. Folks be so retarded, bro. I love it. It is going to. It's about 20 more years. Hey, you know what? I just do this. I bet you go into your Google and say, "Hey Google, uh, what is what is an important shift in the world that is due to happen in 20 years?" Just say that and see what Google tell you. All right. What else we got on here, Cole? I get it because blacks aren't skilled at in-depth analysis and can easily be confused and assume two not similar. This dude, he didn't graduate. He probably didn't go past the 8th grade. It's just hard to even put together what he's saying. Michael Dyer, 6274. You are in lockstep with almost, I put with in there for him because he doesn't know how to structure a sentence. You're in lockstep with almost every single black person that votes Democrat, and the Democrat Party have been killing you guys for decades. Come on. It's, bro, okay. He put that in there twice. He really slow. You know what I'm saying? He don't even know how to post one time. It's like 80 comments. All up not coming up. Maybe I need to go to well, I'm gonna probably 5720. We end up wrapping this thing up soon. Let's see if I can find any more of these chats. I sure hope one of the Karen ladies catch me out in public man. They gonna look back 100 years from now, like Jack Travis. He was the one that got it started. That son of it. Cause nigga, I don't even see that, but that's enough of them. You kind of get the gist of it, man. That video got 1,000 or so views, what have you. The comments were hilarious, bro. It's so crazy how one side of the map will, with a straight face, bro, try to tell you how to feel about situations you see with your own eyes and have experienced. They try to tell you what's really going on and how you should take things, bro. And that infuriates me. You understand what I'm saying? But when I'm outside and out here in the streets, man, for the most part, folks be on their best behavior. You know what I'm saying? They get on X and let it all off their chest behind some kind of fake profile or on YouTube, and then when they get outside, you know what I mean, they be buttoned up. You understand me? It's about the best way I can put it, and I commend them for that. That's probably the best way to be, especially if you think that you have some type of a theory about the Jedi mind trick that you can pull to make people be like, oh yeah, just keep saying that. That's cool, bro. It doesn't affect me. I suggest you get you a helmet, cause if that's the life you want to live, you bet it's on Amazon. They sell helmets that's reinforced. In fact, you watch NFL. You know, NFL got them big old helmets what they can put over the top of their head. I suggest you invest into one of those. You understand what I'm saying? And you call it what you will. You know, I said this a lot of time, bro. And they be like, oh man, you resort to violence, you can do something, you go to prison and all that. Well, let's look at it like this. if I take it upon myself to go to the ultimate route with you, something that I feel aggrieved upon, right? Huh? If I do the ultimate to you, you done. That's it. No more ever, right? You said, well, you're going to go to prison. Well, not so quite. Because in the United States of America, if you got them greenbacks, you understand what I'm saying? There are these people called lawyers. Huh? Yeah. It's even people called judges that'll take a little change. You understand what I'm saying? So if you got some money in America, there's a chance, there's a chance that I come right on home. There's a chance that I come home after 8 years. There's a chance that I have some consensual visits and I mean, commissary. I might be at a low security hangout camp spot. You know where you gonna be at? Huh? Done deal, forever done data. So I work it out. I take my chances if need be. You dig what I'm saying? Well, you gonna do this and do that, nigga. I got a chance to keep on moving. Guess what? You don't got a chance to do. And with that, we are at an hour of material, folks. And I am almost hungry. So, comments to get to, but everybody just keep that in mind. I hope some of these people that was in my comments, I hope that they were, hope they privy themselves to catch this live because this one was for you. You understand me? And so I'm going to get to filming something else after I get some food in my stomach, man. And we're going to get ready to wrap this thing up, man. It's been a great experience as always. Everybody that checked in. Peace, love, and blessings. I appreciate y'all. We ain't got no comments to respond to. If anybody got something to say before I get out of here real quick, want to comment on anything I missed, something you didn't like, something you did like, take your opportunity now. I'll let it linger for a couple more seconds. If I don't see anything, we're going to go on and end this thing out, man. But again, I appreciate everybody that came out. Be looking for some videos to come out this week and give me that click, man. Give me a like, give me a subscribe and all that. And there are no messages. So with that said, it's been straight like that, man. I'm out.